What's up, guys? So I got some parts in here. I've got the shifter seal to replace, new crush washer, and new oil pan gasket. I've also got this bottle of AT205 reseal. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in it and let it condition the seals again. I did this once before and it stopped my overflow from my gear oil, my engine oil pumping into my gear oil through the seal. It stopped that, so I'm going to go ahead and put another bottle of this in just so it kind of hopefully stays good, and I'll leave that in there for quite a while, I'm sure. But I got the old crush washer off. It was still good, but I kind of mangled it taking it off because they crush on there pretty good. It had been on there a while, so I'll put the new one on and should be good to go. But I've got everything cleaned up here, oil pan, filter cover, and we should be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and do the shifter seal first, and then I'll go ahead and put all this back on and fill it with oil, and then we'll get to doing something with the header and the exhaust. I'm gonna hopefully try and sand it smooth the best I can, and from there I'm just gonna paint it black again, try to get rid of a little bit of the rust that's around one of the welds. So that should be good, so let's get going. Alright guys, so I'm gonna do the shifter seal now. I need to take this plate off. It looks like it has 4 bolts, and I need to take this shifter off first because it is in front of the plate and the shifter rod goes through this plate. Alright guys, now that I got the cover off, you can see a couple things here. My gear oil drain plug. This is the differential cap that's also got a plug and a gasket on it. And I'm going to have to drain this gear oil because this is part of the gear oil. And the seal we need to get to is all the way at the back of the shaft, so I'm going to move the camera a little bit here. Alright, so I got the gear oil drained. Hopefully you can see that plug back here. I'm going to try to just stab it and hopefully pop it right out. I'm going to just try to stab it around the inside to the center without stabbing the shaft. And hopefully it's going to come out here. Who knows how long it's been in here. Alright, so I'm just going to shut the camera off. We'll be back when it's done. Alright guys, I got the old seal out and I'm going to go ahead and put the new one in. I just want to put a little bit of gear oil on it so it'll slide in there. And we'll be good to go after that. Alright, got it covered in gear oil now. Just going to slide it on the shaft. Alright, I'm just going to use a flathead, gently tap it in there. Of course I don't have a socket long enough to fit down this to do it right, but I'm just going to kind of go slow and tap it around. Looks like that's going to do that for that. So I'm going to go ahead and put my cover back on, put my wire back down here where it goes, put the cover back on, and it should be good. What's up, guys? So it's the next day. I didn't finish the video because it got kind of late. But anyway, I got the oil pan gasket on, and I've got the shift seal gasket in. I've got the gear oil refilled, and I've got the oil refilled. So I'm just going to kind of let it sit here while I figure out what I'm going to do with the header and when I'm going to do it. But I'm going to let it kind of sit here and make sure it's not going to leak and that kind of thing. So pretty much that'll kind of conclude this. The next video I will be doing this header, like I said, and I'm going to try to wire wheel it. I do have a sandblasting cabinet, but I would not be able to get that in there anyway, I don't think, with the door closed anyway. So I'm definitely going to have to wire wheel that. That and my compressor won't run that right now, so I need to get a big I want to get a big stand-up compressor to go like right there. Then I can get them hoses out of there and put them somewhere else, but I can put it right there, I think. But yeah, I'm going to wire wheel this down and get it another good coat of high temp black on it, and hopefully it'll last. So I think that's going to be about it. I appreciate everybody watching. I know it wasn't nothing too exciting, just mostly an oil change with a few gaskets and a seal. But yep. Hopefully y'all figure some other stuff out to do. I know there's other stuff, I just always forget what it is I was wanting to do. I know I want to clean up some of the wiring on it up in this area. Those kind of things. That, and I noticed that when I'm taking out a lot, and I think it's either this way or that way, one way or the other, pulls on the throttle, probably this way here, the way it's turned here. It does pull on the throttle a little bit, so I want to try and get that lined out. But other than that, hopefully we'll get it ready for the springtime. And I got to do an oil change on that bike and an oil change on this bike before the summer. And then this one needs a few things. I've got to repaint this front fender here, and I've got to figure something out with that horn and relocate it. And also my bracket for this, when I bought it, it was missing and loose, but it's kind of part of the radiator. It looks like just a tack weld right there. You can kind of see this flat plate right here, and there's a tack weld that would have held that right up just like that. So I'm probably going to figure something out with that. I don't think I'll be welding it because I think that's aluminum. So it's either going to be some kind of epoxy or some other kind of fix. But yep, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching.